Good afternoon, David. My name is Leonard Parker. I'm an SEO professional based in Houston, Texas. I came across your post on Upwork and had a chance to do an initial review of your website. Thanks for sharing the URL. And see what you mentioned in your job description and kind of looking at the Tampa market. And I have some high-level recommendations that could help get you moving in the right direction. And just wanted to keep it short, so I kept it at 3. So the first thing I noticed, David, is you're targeting different cities. And I know you have the addresses here in the right-hand column. But what I would recommend you add to your website to better target those Tampa, and I forget the other cities, Riverview, Wesley, Clearwater, St. Petersburg, is to actually create dedicated pages for each of those cities. And with those dedicated pages, you can get really specific with the content. So you're only speaking to or writing to real estate entrepreneurs, real estate investors in those areas. And not only would that allow you to optimize specifically for those areas. So for example, one place you would optimize is here in your title tag. So instead of Tampa property management and in-house maintenance staff, you can do Clearwater property management and in-house maintenance staff. That would be a lot more optimized for that location. But when it comes to conversion rate optimization, you again can really connect with residents of that area. So mention local landmarks, mention local prominent businesses, and so on. And that will really help position you to not only rank for Tampa, but to also rank for some of these other surrounding areas. The second thing I noticed, I had a look at the Google My Business profile. And for the sake of time, I focused on the Tampa market. So I looked at these websites here, and I noticed that they have a ton of reviews. So the lowest number here in the top 3, even though they have a 3.6 rating, is 157. Where I had a look at your Google My Business profile, and you have 4. So obviously there's a big difference between those numbers. So what I would recommend, and this is kind of crossing the line into reputation management, is that we help you develop a system where you're getting more reviews, because that's really, it's not the only factor for the Google Map Pack, but it's one of the key factors. And so it definitely has an SEO benefit, but it's more so kind of how you're getting those reviews from your clients. So that's a big area of opportunity there. And then while I'm on the Google My Business profile, what you might also want to consider, I'm not quite sure how your business is structured, how you do your operations, but if your clients actually come into your office, then, we can leave it at this Tampa address. But if you're more so, your team is going out to these different areas, to these different properties, you will want to switch it over to a service area business type of Google My Business profile. Excuse me. So what is the benefit of this? Well, with the profile how you have it set up now, you're only really optimized for Tampa. Of course, you're not showing up because there are different things that need to be optimized. However, if you switch this over to a service area business profile, it'll allow you to target some of these other locations. You can, I would suggest actually targeting specific locations, but in the back end, you can actually specify which locations you want to target. And so that obviously will help you get more visibility in some of those other areas. And for what it looks like, David, it looks like this listing hasn't even been verified. So it wouldn't be eligible to show up in the map pack at all. So I would definitely verify this listing. That can be something you do today. And I'll send over a video if you're interested in kind of walking you step by step on what you need to do there. Other than that, Google My Business, you have an option to do Google My Business posts, which it's almost like Facebook, but you're posting here on your profile. So I would suggest that you do try to post there at least once a week, if not more, because that would really, allow your business, your profile to be associated with different topics related to real estate and different keywords related to real estate and property management. So, but you won't be able to do any of that until you manage or you actually verify the listing. Let's see here. Yeah, you need to do it. And the good thing is that it looks like they'll actually let you verify by phone, which is much better than by mail, especially at these crazy times. So yeah, you could probably just do a text and have this wrapped up in 5 minutes. So make sure you jump on that. And then number three, going back to your website, uh, looking at your blogs. I know you mentioned in the job description that you've been blogging. So a few things here. So it's great. I think these topics are really good because if I understand your target audiences are real estate entrepreneurs, real estate professionals, real estate investors. So anything related that's going to be targeted to those groups is great. Now, what I would say, these content, the articles themselves seem kind of thin, meaning, if you're going to blog, you need to look at it with the mindset that what I write on this topic, it's going to pretty much blow anything else out the water on this topic, at least locally. And I'm not really getting that from your blog. And one part of that I see is that it's just not long enough. You have several paragraphs here, but that's definitely not going to be enough to really, dig into a topic. So we can discuss that. There's a lot to blogging, so we can definitely discuss that. I know you're looking for more guidance in this particular opportunity, so we can discuss that more. And now, kind of just to wrap up this video, and please, I'm not trying to be harsh here when I say this. Well, when I look at the websites that were in the map pack for Tampa, there's a certain polish as far as the look and feel of the websites that I don't quite get with your website. And the reason why this is important, this is more of a web design topic, but it does impact your SEO. When you have a modern website, website that's really, good to look at, easy to read, easy to consume the information, it's going to help with your engagement metrics, specifically your bounce rate, your average time on site, and what's probably most important to you, your conversion rate, the number of people, the percentage of people calling or contacting you. And so over time, if those engagement metrics are not on the same level as your competitors, it's going to have a negative impact on your SEO. It's almost like, okay, we're going to put David's website up here to see how it does. Oh, but a month or two later, oh, people aren't staying on your site nearly as long as they're staying on Bahia Property Management's website. So their website must be a little bit better. So we're going to push David's website down and put Bahia's website above his. And that's a very simplified version of how the ranking works. But I do kind of just my initial opinion is that maybe you should consider a site redesign, a site update in the future. So I'm going to wrap up the video there, but there's definitely some other topics we can talk about. But happy to assist you. I know you're looking for more of a consultant, not necessarily someone to do the hands-on implementation, and I'm happy to provide that expertise for you. So based in Houston, so just 1 hour behind you, and hope this video has been helpful. Hope it has helped you look at some things, and definitely interested in speaking further. Thanks, David. Have a great rest of your afternoon.